Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Outlaws of Thunder Junction draft here on the channel. We're going to be going pick by pick and play by play, talking through everything so you know what to do when you draft this format yourself. Let's get started. Okay, we have opened up the Mythic Rare Terror of the Peaks. That's a pretty straightforward pick. You play it. If they don't kill it immediately, you pretty much just win because all of your creatures turn into removal spells. And yeah, this is an excellent way to start off a draft. Other than that, I have been impressed by Marauding Sphinx. 3/5 Vigilance. Ward 2 is pretty annoying, and Flying is, of course, great. And then the Surveilling helps you find more action. Clear Shot's pretty good. Savage Smash is pretty good. And the commons are a bit lackluster here, other than Vault Plunderer, which is quite nice as a 2-for-1 creature. Yeah, I think I would go Terror of the Peaks, Clear Shot, Marauding Sphinx. Maybe I'd take Sphinx over Clear Shot. Probably, it's close. And then I'd take Vault Plunderer. Forma Posse is interesting, but I don't think necessarily that crazy. Okay, so now that I have Terror of the Peaks, I really want to play red. And so I'm going to take as many red cards as I can because that leaves me more flexibility. So if red wasn't the most open, I can then audible into something else and still have some red cards. So here I'm looking at Scalestorm Summoner as a really nice payoff if I can get some 4 power creatures into play. One of the cool things you can do with this is have this in play a Terror of the Peaks, attack, make a 3/1, and then immediately deal 3 to something. There's also Explosive Derailment as a removal spell. I think these two are probably close. Like, Derailment is really important for killing things. This can deal some serious damage if you have big creatures in your deck. I think this is more committal, though. I think this wants to go into red-green specifically, where you have 4 powered creatures. It wants you to prioritize equipments. It's early enough that I could do those things, but I think because Terror of the Peaks is already kind of constricting me in the flexibility department, I'm just going to take the Explosive Derailment. And I immediately feel pretty good about that. I can take Shepherd of the Clouds. There's also Forsaken Miner if I want to be an aggressive red-black deck. Terror does go well in aggressive decks because you can deal damage to any target with it. There's also an Unscrupulous Contractor. Get some extra card draw and value. I'm a really big fan of Shepherd of the Clouds, but we're seeing some black cards here as well. Even a little bit of blue. I think it's between the Contractor and the Shepherd of the Clouds. Close. I've been very impressed by Shepherd. I think Contractor might lead to a better deck. There's also Forsaken Miner, as we already discussed. 1 mana 2/2 can be very potent as an attacker. Nice. Cunning Coyote, Prickly Pear, Vault Plunderer. Here is another case where I think Vault Plunderer is probably better than Prickly Pear. But Prickly Pear keeps me red where I really want to end up. There's also a good green card. Scorching Shot is a really good. I'm just going to take Scorching Shot, actually. 2 mana, deal 5 is very efficient. I'm really wanting to be heavy red. Cunning Coyote and Prickly Pear are both great. Vault Plunderer is also good, but we're just going to keep taking red cards. Highway Robbery. We see another Vault Plunderer. I will take the Vault Plunderer here. I think it's significantly better than the next best card in the pack. And now there's another Coyote. I also think this card's pretty reasonable. Instant speed makes a big difference on this because you can use it as a combat trick. But we're just going to keep taking red cards, and this card's also excellent with Terror of the Peaks. Another Explosive Derailment. Sign me up. There's also Mystical Tether and Slick Shot Lockpicker, which is a great card with all these removal spells I'm getting. But as we already said, we want to just make sure we play red. So we're going to take the red cards. Even if blue-red is the most open, we'll figure our ways into that later. Now there's Skullduggery. Another sack fodder card. Not my favorite. Deputy can get you a basic or desert. We'll take the Skullduggery. Off to a great start here. We've got some really good removal spells. 2 of these bad boys. Scorching Shot. Skullduggery is a really nice combat trick / removal spell, and then we have some nice creatures to back it up. I will have to get more creatures, but this one's really nice. Wheeling Vault Plunderer. Okay, that's crazy to me. Okay, black is looking open, I guess. I would take half on-color lands because there are some cards that would make me want to play them. There's an uncommon called At Knife Point in red-black. That whenever you commit a crime, you make a 1/1, and that does make you want to play these half on-color lands. With this start, I actually might have preferred to take the Miner over the Unscrupulous Contractor. Both of them are kind of aggressively slanted. But I don't know how many times I'm going to have a creature to sacrifice to this guy. Whereas the Miner, the 2/2 that comes back is pretty dang good. So maybe I wish I had that pick back. This guy's also good, though. Don't get me wrong. I just need to find stuff to sacrifice to him, I think. I like Scorching Shot in this deck, too. 2 mana, deal 5. And... wow, late Burrow Fiend. I could take Rodeo Pyromancers. It's just a 4-drop that can give me some mana. This card's pretty good, too. I'm going to take the Burrow Fiend. I think if green is open, I'll be very happy I took this card. I'm not going to miss this guy, and I don't need any of the other cards. I'm a pretty big fan of this card. You end up just like having creatures in your graveyard so that in the middle to late stages of the game, this attack is like a 6/6. And there wasn't any card that I really cared about. Like the red card, I know I talked about that before, but red seems open. And I've got enough cards to be able to play red comfortably. Black Snag Buzzard seems good. Or at least playable. Sure, I'll take a blue card. Maybe we'll want to switch. That's a good great card with the Vault Plunderers. Pretty happy to have that. Because the Vault Plunderers die a lot, but then this gets me a card back. So this turns into a 2 mana, get a basically another Vault Plunderer. Okay. So 4 mana kill spell. I'm not going to really ever be able to discard it. I think I'll take Demonic Ruckus. Giving, especially a 3/1 Menace and Trample is pretty nice. There's not much else for me in this pack. I don't really want this. Don't really want this. Don't really want this. Terminal Agony's okay, but not a high priority. And this card's pretty good. Oh my gosh. Magda? When you commit a crime, you create a treasure token. And then I can sack 3 treasures to make a 4/4. Yeah, that's really good. I'll take it over Ashes. Gila Courser. I don't really like this card anyway, but I think I would take Gila Courser second and then Ashes. Because I already have some good removal, but Magda is a huge pickup here. I'm going to get a lot of red this pack if I'm already getting a Magda passed to me. Four mana, 5/5 Trample. There's also this card, which is just also very good. 7 mana. Each opponent discards a card, and then you can draw a card, which is like a 3-for-1. I'm not sure which is better, honestly. Like a 4 mana 5/5 Trampler ends the game really quickly, but this is like a huge amount of card advantage. And you can cast it for cheap sometimes. I think I'm still just going to go for the size. I'll test this card out. It's just pure stats here. And cost, like 7 mana can be a lot. Trick Shot for removal. Villainous Wealth for not being able to play that. Sack Outlet. I'll just take Trick Shot for a removal spell. I currently have 1, 2, 3. Kind of removal spell / combat trick. Kind of combat trick. Could also take this card. Port Razor. Yeah, not really a fan of that one. Half on color to go with my Magda. So I could take that, or I could take Mourner's Surprise. I'm going to take Mourner's Surprise. Gets me a nice little bit of value. Nine, so I want to bias a little bit towards red, I think, for my double red spells, but so far, so good. Fake Your Own Death is not the best. I might actually, I mean, this card's just good as a 2-mana 1/3 Death Touch, don't get me wrong, but it gets even better in my deck. It's better than Skullduggery, I think, here. 2-mana 1/3 Death Touch is already a good card, so the fact that I can search up my Terror of the Peaks occasionally is very nice. I'm going to be very actively looking for crime lands, I think. Because, yeah. If I can commit a crime, play this card, search up Terror of the Peaks, play Terror of the Peaks, I'm going to be in very good shape. I don't really want to have to play Trick Shot. I already have 2 of these into Scorching Shot. Mourner's Surprise is pretty good. Skullduggery. Okay, I'm going to take this half on color land over a second Mourner's Surprise. I think Mourner's Surprise is good. And nice value. But the land is starting to look really good with Magda and stuff. And I only have 9 creatures. Oh, I really just want to take the Mourner's Surprise. But I already have a whole third pack to get more playables. Highway Robbery or Gigapede. I'll take the Gigapede. Or I could take the Wolverine. I'll take Wolverine. I think Wolverines are a nice 2-for-1. Terminal Agony. Sure, I'll take the Kill Spell. It's better than Trick Shot, I think. Feeling happy that I took this land. This is a good combo with Magda. Play this, play Magda, crew everything up. Pack 3, what do we want here? Well, none of these are really in my colors at all. There's 1 black card, or 2 black cards. 1 red card. Raven. I don't really commit that many crimes. Guess I'll take Neutralize. I don't love it, though. Lively Dirge doesn't really do what I want it to do. I could get a cool, so it's like a 5-mana 5/5 flying trampler. Honestly, that's pretty good. Honestly, pretty good to get a 5-mana 5/5 flying trampler. And there's outs for it to do other things too, like be a coyote. Second copy of a cool. Okay, Hellspur. How many outlaws do I have? 1 assassin, 1 mercenary, 3 rogues. So that's 5. 1 warlock. That's 6 outlaws. I mean, I think it's better than the Gigapede for me, probably. Sack a creature, draw 2. I'll just take the Highway Robbery at this point. Treasure Maker. I'll just take another Vault Plunderer. I would love Treasure. I think this card's pretty good. It's great with Magda. Nice little kill spell. I don't think I want the locomotive. I don't really do much with Demonic Ruckus, other than it being a pretty efficient aura. Nice, I got another one of these guys. I don't think I have room for Demonic Ruckus. Oh, that's huge. I really like this guy. This is perfect for me. I would love another Skullduggery, but I just need a 2-drop. And this plays well with Mourner Surprise, because it can discard a creature, then get it back with Mourner Surprise. I don't know if I want Fake Your Own Death, because it does kind of counterintuitive with Mourner Surprise. Similar slot in the deck. I probably don't need to neutralize the guards either. Wow, late white card there. Contractor. If a creature died. I have a lot of kill spells, but the Contractor ended up being much worse than the 2/2 for 1 would have been, I think. I'm actually feeling pretty good about this build. Nice, we got a Gigapede. Wow, that's a gift. Treasure Magda combo. That's pretty good. Okay. Well, this build is pretty straightforward, I think. Got roughly equal of each color. I'm going to play 9 mountains, 8 swamps. Ooh, I have more black sources. Black cards than red cards. Huh. I don't have to play Lively Dirge. A 5-mana 4/4 Flying Trample is pretty good, though. I mean, 5-mana 5/5 Flying Trampler. I could ditch Highway Robbery. It is a cool combo with Terminal Agony. And Peddler. The Dirge is probably the worst card. I don't need another cool. Cool. I'll play it like this, I think. I'm going to go up 1 mountain. Because I've got these like more expensive cards that are double black. And that will be the build. Pretty fun deck. I think it will be exciting to play, and I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support the NicolaiBolas channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. It is thanks to Patreon support that I'm able to make as many videos as I do, and I really do appreciate everybody who contributes towards the success of the channel. If you're enjoying my videos and would like to support my content directly, Patreon is the best way to do so, and you gain access to some cool perks along the way, such as access to my card-by-card tier list for each set and other cool benefits. Special shout out to those patrons who support my channel at the credits level. I really do appreciate it, but without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round one. We'll keep this. Pretty nice hand here. Okay, the hand just got even better. Turn 3, turn 4, turn 5. If I draw 2 drop, I'm on cloud 9. Not quite, but that's still pretty decent. The Wolverine, pretty good. I'll block this guy if they attack. 100%. It's funny because I could actually use this ability. Put this into play for free, start casting other spells. Dang. That's the thing about best of one. I never really play around stuff in best of one. If I am like in an even game state. They have a combat trick too. Okay. Literal no cards in hand, game's over. Yeah, I can't come back. Yeah. I guess the only way I would have won there is if I hadn't tried to cast my terror on turn 5 and I instead just go for like a couple of plotting things, but I don't think that's necessarily a winning line. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this. I think if we'd been on the play that last game, we would have won because they wouldn't have been able to hold up Mystic Snake as well as effectively. I'm just going to start stockpiling treasures with this guy. And I know that I could have attacked them for like 5 here. Maybe 3 damage is not worth a treasure. I'm kind of limited on lands though, so I'm trying to like factor that in. I don't have double red to cast Scorching Shot. Maybe I just do it next turn, just make the treasure. He drew me 2 cards, set up my Mourner Surprise. That's pretty sweet. I'm saving my treasure for now. This is feeling pretty good. Feels pretty good. Yes! I think that extra treasure came in pretty handy, though maybe 3 damage would have been better. But if they would have killed my guy, I would have been able to make treasure. See you folks next game. Welcome to another round. We're going to keep this. I'm just going to play this on turn 2, play this on turn 3, sacrifice it. Maybe you don't even have to do that. Probably going to just cast this normally, get rid of the Gigapede. Then I can get it back with this later. Okay. Oh, that's a great draw. I can save this for a while to trigger a crime payoff if I draw one. Esper, eh? They have 4 mana this turn. Am I going to need every mana to come in untapped here? I might. Sure. I don't feel like discarding to hand size, so I'm just going to plot that for now. Oh, if I'd held up Explosive Derailment, they'd get so wrecked. Gives me something for my Gigapede to do at least, though. That's a good one. I've got these mountains even, so I can play that and kill their 5/5. I've gotten so much card advantage. I'm like outvaluing this deck. My board state's better. I mean, they have these two guys, so I'm not really outvaluing them. But it is looking pretty decent for me. I can cast 3 spells next turn. So this will be 6 power. I'll take the extra 2 damage. Magda would be a good draw here, I think. Or Terror of the Peaks. I think I have a slightly better board state. Assuming my Gigapede works. This game is so close. I'm dead to a single desert land. Oh my gosh, what a rip. I attack with everything. Block, block. kill this thing. They live. I'm just going to be slightly conservative. Yep. And that's why. I just have to fade a draw step. No, no desert, no desert, no desert, no desert. Okay. Oh no. We live. No. Oh, don't play that stupid guy that puts a desert on top of your deck. No. Oh. Brutal. Wow. Wow, I was so close to winning that. Gosh darn it. Welcome to another round. I'm on the play. Wow, that last game. So close. Hmm. I'm gonna get this guy into play because then I could potentially Consuming Ashes, at instant speed, get my Terror of the Peaks, and then go Terror of the Peaks into Hellspur Brute the following turn. Ouch! That's a pretty good turn. I really want to get this guy down. Okay, here we go. Land, 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 land. Yes! I wish I could kill that, but I can't. Why am I not just targeting them? They can't kill me this turn. I could just put them to 7. And then they're basically dead for sure. Oh, no. As long as they don't answer Terror of the Peaks, I'm still going to win. Okay. They're tapping it. Okay, I can't block with Terror of the Peaks. Whoop-de-doo. And they already took 3 from it. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 mana. Oh, it loses all its abilities. Oh. That's why they did that. They're not silly. Oh, man. I choked then. Yeah, I lose. Brutal. I guess Terror of the Pigs isn't as good as I thought. I mean, I needed... I just couldn't kill that thing. I could have... I Consuming Ashes, the copy, that they made 2 of them. Oh, yeah. Yep, 1 and 3. I mean, the deck looked pretty good. I think I just needed to build it more aggressive. Because I got into the mid-range battles and then I lost. Though, to be fair, the game where they top deck Pest Infestation, I feel like I was in pretty good shape that game. It's just like, Pest, I was at 1, so I was like afraid of a desert, but... Yeah, maybe I built this wrong. Maybe I needed to put in the Demonic Ruckus. Maybe, this guy would have been good, maybe... Maybe I should have switched things up. What cards were bad? I mean... It didn't feel like any of my cards were bad. I just lost, which is hard for me because, like, I mean, I guess I was playing Vault Plunderers and getting little dinky 2-for-1s, and then they just would kill me with huge flyers and stuff. Flyers were definitely a problem. That 3/5 is so good. It always beats me. Oh my gosh. But yeah, 1 and 3, not the best. But I feel like I don't know what went wrong with this deck. I mean, it felt like I was just like it's hard to get an accurate measure in the sorts of games you lose because like. That one, they had, like, that absurd sequence where they, plotted 2 of their cards, and because I wasn't fast enough to really pressure them, they were, like, able to go like 3-5 shark, copy 3-5, and they just got like huge amount of value on that one turn, and I was just not able to capitalize. The game that I won, I've just pressured them. So maybe I was supposed to like cut highway robbery and then just play like more aggressive stuff, cut the mourner surprises, go for like pure aggro with like combat tricks like this card. This card might have been good. Maybe play fling, I don't know. But anyway, doing my best, learning the format, and sometimes you're going to lose on the way. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, leave hashtag unterror, because we had the unrepentant and the terror of the peaks, but our opponents were not terrified. In fact, they beat us soundly. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.